on, it picks up your voice, and that's how it activates. Okay, so as I'm talking to you guys, I'm still hearing it click, which means that there's a fan in there that's sucking out air because it's connected to the sensor. It's like a relay cord. This project is about making air and a certain type of air pollution visible. My thoughts about it? I am arguing that everyone's voice is political and seeking a way to reveal traces of this point. In the void, there is no light. Air must be filling the void first, so that humans may dwell there. Then, we need more air, clean air, rich in oxygen, so that everyone may speak and hear each other's voice. That is democracy. Our government is not protecting our air rights. They are sequestering them. The measures in place are not stopping global warming. How are we to adapt? In a way, this is a type of architecture to inhabit the interstice between the different material scales of the built environment. This is the expanded version that engages the dweller with the vast nanoworld of microbes, such as fungi and bacteria, that live in and around us imperceptibly. It utilizes air, pneumatics, sound, and a dispersal of toxicity into airspace. Each Petrie is a territory colonized by the microbes in the breath sequestered from the voice of the user. The user can affect the direction of colonies' life cycles take for days and weeks, especially if foreign invasive objects are introduced. And the reishi mushroom, the companion species of 10,000 years from ancient China, is well off with all the carbon dioxide and turns its face ever positive to the sun. Since, after all, its phototropic mutation makes it positively look towards the sun regardless of the mayhem and revolutions in its surroundings. Thanks. So the computer there is a data log. I don't know if it's on the right setting, but it's capturing how the carbon dioxide levels are rising. So that's what the point of the computer would be. It might be a smaller monitor if it was in a gallery setting or a different type of setting. But it's hooked up to the sensor that's inside the sphere, the half sphere, which is a CO2 measure. And this mushroom, as I was saying, likes to look for oxygen and for sun, so it's phototropic. So it's going to be reaching towards the light and always upward when the air is a little bit cleaner. And that's why the stems stretch, which is something that a lot of mushrooms do, especially when they're in a tight air, like no oxygen or just CO2 environment. And remember, as they're breathing, they're also creating CO2. So that space is becoming a CO2 chamber.
Is this condensation just accumulative?
That's the breath of the mushroom.
And will it just accumulate, or does it have a means of?
Unless I made it, if it's hermetically sealed, it will accumulate, which it is almost hermetically sealed. I see a little crack there, but it should be.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just.
Then when you talk to the mushroom, you are also pumping in your...
Right, exactly. Pumping in.
Are you breathing that as well? Yeah.
No, it's going in one direction. So as I talk, it goes into the space here.
For the mushroom,
So the mushroom is the mycelium. The mycelium is the body of the mushroom. This is the fruiting expression, like the flower. So it's affecting that part of the mushroom, but the mushroom body itself is very strong, resilient. So as long as I give it humidity, it should this kind of mushroom isn't bad. This kind of mushroom likes to be in a bag, so just put it clear in the bag. In a closed bag.
How long has it been growing?
This mushroom, when I got it, it was about 4 months old. It didn't have any of the flowers. I grew it for 2 months extra to grow all the flower part. So that was in my room.
Your friend.
Yeah, my pet.
And what's going on with the rest of the constellation?
Ah, okay, great. Good question. So in the world of mushrooms, think about penicillin. Mushrooms and bacteria fight, right? They hate each other. So penicillin is a fungi that combats bacteria. So everything here, in my point of view, is kind of like a territorial fight. This part here, the bacteria, the slime, and the fungi, fighting, clashing. These different petri dishes, they will all have different species. They will all be fighting for space. They'll be competing with the mushroom. Everything will be competing for this waste of the user. And on the outside, you guys see the core. I was just trying to show that the mushroom has the power to decay matter beyond anything that we've done artificially. The mushroom can even, over a long time, even break up cement and different types of plastic.
Could you clarify the bacteria part?
So this here is just a reminder that it's a clash, there's a fight. So the bacteria would be like this kind of a body that can, this here is called interference. This is interference paint. So it doesn't allow other paints to come through. But this is not bacteria per se. The bacteria is all contained in here. It's afraid of biohazard situation.
It's going to be a health and safety
Yeah,
issue
I
in
don't know
every
what happened after a month. Maybe you couldn't even open this because you might get exposed. So you have to wear.
So it's going to start to grow each Petri dish because you just open it and you just see all the
Yeah. Actually, I colonized these petri dishes, half of them about a week ago, and then the other ones are to be colonized throughout the rest of
So what are they colonized with?
with the bacteria and fungi inside our body. So for
Okay, so
example,
not
not that reishi, no, but this reishi will start producing spores, and it will also start fighting. It will actually start fighting these guys over time.
So how long of a duration is
I would.
dishes?
We should start sprouting in a day or two. Sorry, days. I would like for this piece to have a 1 to 2 month, so you can see what happens. You can tell difference.
And so how does that flash manifest itself? Like what do we see? Like how does that...
Oh, how's that visible? So the stalk of the mushroom is going to stretch towards upward. Like these little guys here that are coming out are going to continue going up, and they're going to also look for where the sun is more directly hit. So you're going to see an actual orientation expression. And then you'll see it on the data log too, that oxygen is changing. Oh, with the petri dishes? What will happen when different organisms come in? I think the battle continues, and I think that's actually saying that the battle of life is always fighting. So I think we'll always be interrupting. It's an ongoing input-output kind of system. It's always changing. Does that answer your question?
So by clash you mean just change?
I think other entities will try to grab space in there.
So what do you see as the kind of the afterlife of this? So, I mean, after 2 months, I mean, what happens to this? I mean, I'm thinking about other projects which are of course different, but they're also like something like even Hans-Hocke's piece in the rice pot, right? So where it just keeps pollinating, but that's a different. It's not a biohazard as you put it. I mean, where do you see this? The
This
afterlife.
pollination?
Yeah. I mean, what happens after
Well,
2 months?
I'll tell you what. My thesis is about air and air
Right.
quality.
Yeah.
You know, so the project I did before this, I was metaphorically capturing the air of a protest. Had people in the room, and I was sucking the air out of that room as they were commenting on the situation that they were in. The next step for me is to see if I've uncovered a way for the traces of air and voice to become more tangible, and then maybe I could turn this into something else that expresses, you know, this tangibility of the voices and meanings. But I still want to stay with the dialogue of what is public, what is democratic air, and why we need it. That's what I really want to go to. So if that doesn't take me there, I'm not going to go into just the form of the mushroom. Really, the mushroom is a sensor.
Yeah.
I'm curious, are you familiar with the film that's been on version? It's called Strange Culture. Supposed biohazards and also cultures that were found. And an artist who was working with it, Steve. Yes, Steve was arrested in prison for a while, waiting for trial, and then the film was kind of recreation, partially fictional, partially documentary in it. And so I guess it's one of those things that I think that in terms of working with these live forms, I'm really curious about. I mean, the question that Nora asked about the afterlife, as well as how it might be in terms of thinking about the democratic circulation of viral